We found out that Alcyone was the one who set the village on fire. Fortunately, we managed to defeat her and save the children in the burning house. I was surprised at how hard Umi fought against Alcyone. Maybe I don't know her as well as I thought.
The evil woman we met when we first came here was the one who set the fire in Ai. Bitch! I was so mad that she put those innocent children in danger. Now those poor villagers have no shelter for their families. Sagat must die.
We managed to defeat Alcyone and rescue the children, but I can't rid myself of the feeling that she set this fire on purpose to lead us to some untimely end. I feel so sad that we may be responsible for the fire that destroyed these poor people's homes.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Magic Knight Rayearth. And like this man says, welcome to the village of... Larry? I do want to pronounce it that way, just because I don't remember the pronunciation off the top of my head. Because a lot of the cases is that you don't really hear the pronunciation unless the girl's diary entries say so. And I don't remember that off the top of my head. It's either Larry, as in Lair and then Y. Or, if they really pronounce it Lyrie, then I gotta flip something. There is nothing near me to flip. Ah, these pronunciations are gonna be really painful to do. But anyway, we are here. And according to Clef, well, one of the immediate issues that this place has is that the Tree of Life, right nearby, since we saw it on the world map, is deteriorating. It's dying, because Princess Emerald hasn't been able to pray for Sephiroth, and therefore, well, it's kind of like in Blazoo, it's kind of like in everywhere, really. Just things are dying. The children are good-spirited, though. Now, this village is pretty much known for being this prosperous healthcare area, known for its hospital. You also learn a little bit about different kinds of healing magic, because apparently they like doing two different kinds of magic. There's healing magic, like what we have, or Fu has, but then there's also another kind that isn't working very well. Well, hopefully. The other thing I like about this is that all of the villages that we visited so far, this one's kind of the most busy. It's bustling. It's vibrant. It could have been a little bit more, I suppose, but, well, with a land like this, having like a big, huge urban center doesn't really fit the theme. Now, Princess Emerald might be the pillar of this place, but would that really kind of put her in that kind of position to be considered, well, a god? And that she's smiting you now? We don't know much about her, to be honest, but she doesn't seem like the person who would really do that. The other thing about this village is really nice is that it's pretty much made by sustainable energy. Mostly wind and water. Mainly water. But there is windmills and water mills. And another fortune teller place. We're not going to deal with him because, of course, he is still useless. Instead, we're going to look at this pole over here and get a green rainbow amulet out of nowhere. But the thing about the fortune teller is that I've been kind of going to him at kind of the wrong points in order to get actual hints. Because right now, all he says is that, the people who suffer and the people who heal are kind of bewildered. Help them out with that. So, good, because we're going to be doing that anyway. The other thing is that magic isn't doing so well. I kind of disagree because we've been doing pretty well. No, the font's getting bigger! You could preach with that kind of voice. Unfortunately, it's... the kind of healing she wants to do is not working. And you're keeping your son up at night. I believe so. No, she just needs to put that energy to something else. Watch as Fu pushes this kid. It's... Fu. There's another book over here. Umi, you're the one who reads aloud. Fantastic, Fu. Okay. Yeah, Umi's usually the one for the naughty books. But like we usually do, let's take a look around the village and see what's going on. I do like with, especially like an RPG like this, that they do put a lot of attention to being able to talk with the... Whoa, hi, hello. Huh? What? You're not going to say more about this, but why is that? We'll have to go back there at some point, really soon, but in terms of RPGs, I like that this one puts a lot of detail into really talking with everybody, because that's kind of a part in RPGs, especially really popular ones, that kind of is overlooked. There's not a lot of, like, important detail that's really meant. But here you have to do that in order to really get a good idea of what's going on in each part of the world. For some reason, there's also a blue rainbow amulet here, in the pretty lamppost. This building, however, I'm still not sure what it's supposed to be for, other than, well, looking around, because there's really nothing you can do here. See that one guy? I would love to be able to talk to him. Except, he's trying to study. The other reason is, I don't think we can ever... As I disappear him... I don't think we can ever talk to him, because look at his sprite. He's much different than any other person we've ever seen, so he likely does not move. Kind of a shame. But really, of all the buildings, this is a 3-floor building where there's not much you can do. Like, come on now. Unless there's something really early on that I'm missing, that's kind of it for this building. It's hard, and it's hardly a shortcut, because the sign says it's a shortcut to the Tree of Life. I don't think so at all. I believe it was Clef that said that the Tree of Life and its leaves give a huge... well, they're really good for healing purposes anyways. But then again, they can go to the regular pharmacy here, which is a lot bigger. It's actually the creator's item shop, not a pharmacy, not an item, just not a regular item store. And it's got a little thing that's a little bit different here. It has a heart jewel for sale. If anything, this is what you're going to be wanting to save up your gems for. It costs 500 though, and we do not have that much. I can't afford it. We'll come back for it once we have enough. I'll probably do enough dungeons by the time we're able to actually afford that. I kinda just wanted to look at the engravings on it. How so? Fu, please shed some light on this thing. Alright. But the weird thing is, if you examine it from the south, you get a red rainbow amulet. In some cases, they put the weird amulets in towns kind of in just odd places. Oh, there's also a magic jewel up there. We cannot get to it yet. I don't think there's really any sort of way we're able to get out there at all. And there's this guy. His design I don't really care for. He looks like a really, weird surfer man. But apparently there's a race to be happening. Let's check out the windmill. Now, the guy who got burnt on purpose did mention a doctor in Larry named Athena. If there's ever a person that we really need to talk to in this village, it's going to be her, so our main destination is going to be the hospital. Now, what I was meaning about two different kinds of magic, healing, which is our magic, healing wind, but cure magic is the one that's having an issue. Curing sickness and disease. I don't know what the immune system and septicism of, or how susceptible people are to disease in this world, but apparently it happens enough. Excuse me? Jeez, you could just walk over there. Why the roids? You could fake anything. Yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's actually head over to the hospital now. It's a wonderful building made by spellcasters a long time ago. Probably the best hospital, too. Well, at least Athena's still here. Hey, get out of the way. Must go to the reception desk. Hello? Anybody help me here? Nope, apparently. We need to take number. I will take number 0, so I will see her immediately. Let's go. This hospital is not all that big, to be honest. Well, good for you. Now, pretty much just for game's sake, this hospital is not all that big. It just has pretty much 4 rooms. You can examine them all and see what a card really says about them, and it's just like, by the time you get to 4, even the game is just kind of just pointing this out. Is it anyone else getting tired of this? Yes, each dot means that it's 1 more room, so this is room 4. And look at this, kind of advanced for what I would think this world would have. It's pretty much an IV. Now, other than Athena, there's also a man named Abner. Not sure who he is, but he's supposed to be in the race. With, I guess, all the children? But oh well, time will tell in terms of figuring out where everybody is. Well, that's good to see. Let's try and actually find Athena right now. The rest of the people, I guess, would just be saying, is like, well, I'm sick and Athena's good that Athena's here. Athena, Athena, Athena. Let's see what we can do. Hello. Yes. But, since Cure Magic is not going to be able to work very well, there is a substitute. It involves the Tree of Life. What tree? Oh, the one that's about 100 stories high and you can't miss. Natural herbal medicine. That is extremely potent. I'd say we're pretty capable at this point. Alright, so it's time to get ourselves a leaf. Hopefully we'll actually be able to find one. Since the tree is dying and everything. The dialogue also changes immediately, I believe. Or I'm a little bit of a liar. I think it's this guy who... Yeah. Okay, it does change for some of them anyways. Are you able to even go? Stand it anyways? So is a lot of other people. Anyway. Let's get a move on. Oh, you again. I can't even imagine what his voice would be if he had one. But this is Abner. Guess he's the one organizing the race with the kids. And I kind of believe you, he does look like a dork. Yellow streaks and green hair. It's only just now that the game starts taking jabs at vocabulary. First it was skank, now it's cheetah. I suppose that, well, Sephiroth does have its own language, even though it's not pressed and really understood compared to what the girls speak. Probably. It was just like slipped in under everything that Clef just gave them the ability to actually communicate with everybody. Not when they're hyper. They have incredible energy. Alright, time for the race to begin! Whoa. Okay. No fair. She's also wearing her armor, which apparently she cannot take off. Hey. Why'd you leave and just come back? Is that just like... Yes, but it's a technique, he says. Perfect, wonderful. And now you're screwed, Umi. You totally agreed. Verbal agreements are a thing. And, hello. Hello, you're talking to me now. Did you meet the other two? They're coming this way. Yeah. Like that's gonna happen. We already have a green-haired male in this game. We don't need a second one. Huh. Well, so much for that. Well, we met Abner. Apparently he can smoke us in terms of, well, the other kids as well. But hopefully we can do as much as we can for them and the rest of the people who are sick right now. And that's going to involve going all the way to the Tree of Life to see if we can get a leaf. And that's across the rickety bridge and the trees that apparently are just floating in the water. And that's exactly what we're going to do next time. Any final words, Clef? So for like every prayer, there's a leaf? No more prayers, no more leaves, no more growth. Well, hopefully we can change that. And hopefully there's actually some leaves that we're able to get. We'll find out next time. See you next time, everyone.